Hello, everyone, and welcome to our game over here on the Pro Trans Arena. 5:45. NEHC are taking on the Washington Pride, and the Washington Pride are wearing the white-colored sweaters and the yellow and black trim. And they throw it all the way in, right to the goal crease. Nice play to tip this one all the way back over in the far side this time. They'll pick it back up. Now it's going to go back around. And they wait for it. As they get control, they throw it back inside the corner. Chasing this one back down is Corcoran. Corcoran takes it back behind her own net. She drifts this one back over on the far right side. Picked back up by Curry. Curry, cross ice, straight down the left side over to Dalby, and Dalby goes inside. Waiting for it. Back pass in front. Nice play right there. And Mara missed this one. Never got this one on her stick, and it goes back out to the blue line area. Careful play. Thumping it all the way out to the center ice area. Now they'll pick it back up, and they'll go the other way. Across the line, throwing it back inside. Tranny comes inside. She was after it. Now we have a long stretch pass. Going back down the ice. Dalby comes in, looks, waits, takes a shot, holding on to it. Nice play right there, and no rebound given at all as they wisely hold on this play. And Pelche holds on the puck, and she's not going to give an inch on this one at all. And she wants to hold on, get a quick face-off. This time it's over in the far right side. And the linesman will drop the puck, calling everybody back inside as they wait for it. Line change completed. Waits, calls everybody back inside. McNeely was the one that won that draw all the way back. They just cleared it around the wall. Far side, turning it. Ruttenberg has control. She throws it all the way back out in front of the net. Now they come back up ice the other way. Dorf goes down. Dorf chases this one down inside the zone. Far side. Now they'll pass it around over in the boards. Back in the far side of the zone once again. And DeFusco had control of it. She couldn't clear it out of her own zone. Now it's blocked and kept on side by Chelsea. Chelsea threw it back. Strange play to get it back out in front of the bench this time. A couple players collided, as did the linesman. The linesman almost got run over back there. Now they take it back behind the net. Good job forechecking. Lorenzo comes inside. She won it. Now it goes back over on the far side wall. Blocked and stopped. DeFusco throws it back inside. Quick line change. Now DeFusco is going off, and they'll take it back behind the net. Park picks this one back up. Long pass. Back out the center ice area, and Petty comes back out the ice. Straight down left side. Petty goes inside, driving for the front part of the net this time to try and get control. This is Cave Hawkins. She goes after it. Petty, drop pass, back to Cave Hawkins. Drop pass. Cave Hawkins is the trailer again, and Park has control this one. Now they go back off of the wall, and this is picked all the way up and ripped it down the ice. We could have, and we do have, an icing call. This time it's going against HENC or NEHC, correction. And they go back inside the corner one more time. So the face-off will be back inside the corner. Young ladies are officiating the games, all of the games this weekend at UBC. Almost like a supervision weekend for officials as well. They're getting their work cut out for them. They're getting well supervised. And it's dumped all the way back out to the center ice area. They're going to chase this one back down. Tranny comes inside. Tranny wants to get control. Backhand, forehand, shot kicked out right there. Nice play. And that was just kicked back inside the corner. Galea had it, and she kicked it out with the right pad this time. Now they come all the way back out of their own zone. Straight up to the center ice area. Turning, getting it back. Tranny throws it straight forward. They're going to chase this one back down. McNeely gets control. She cuts back inside. Park stays with her. McNeely against the wall. Over in the right side corner. Centering pass back around. McNeely's going to go after this one again. And she failed to get control of it. Now they just throw it all the way down the ice. Icing is waved off. A little bit of a pick play ran right there by Dorf. She wasn't going to give her an inch right there. Willard throws it back over on the left side wall. DeFusco has control. Throws it. That was blocked. Knocked out of the air. And a turnaround right there. Given away. Curry takes a shot off the top part of the glass. Now they go back over on the left side boards. Picking this one back up. They're all pushing inside the corner for it. Holding on to this one. Trying to get control of it. Failed to. That was turned, and Corbett has control. Now they throw it straight up the middle part of the ice to Lorenzo. And she comes inside. Quick line change for the players of both teams. Now they go back down the left side wall. Pinching back inside. Tamiwa comes in. She takes it back behind the net. Throws it. Nobody knew where the puck went that time, but there was a late whistle. But they eventually figured it out and have a stoppage. And the young goaltender will hold on this one for a quick stoppage of play. She'll give this one easily handed off to the linesman. Taylor Pelche, the goaltender. She give it back. New England playing Washington in this game. Linesman calling everybody in. They're a little bit of a direction behind the play. Obecha had it. Looks back out to the blue line. Cross on the far side. Wildman throws this one back over on the right side, and Ziff pinches back inside. She couldn't get control. Now they throw it back off of the wall. Centering pass back out in front. Petty comes inside. Shot wide of the target. Petty goes after this one. What a nice play to try and get control of it. And she takes control off of the right wall one more time. And they're still twisting and turning. Back out of their own zone. Poggio goes up over center. Poggio left this one easily play for Nagy, and Nagy throws it back in. On the far left side corner. Stolen right there by Wildman. Wildman gets it back around. Blocked and stopped. The referee was in the middle of everybody's way right there. Almost like stuck in quicksand, unable to move and nowhere to go. Clearing it off the boards. That deflects up and out of play off of the glass. So the faceoff will be back inside the corner once again. So New England gets a faceoff inside the attacking zone. Puck is out of play. One of the many spectators decides that they didn't want to keep the puck for a souvenir, so they throw it back. So they'll have it inside the corner this time. Again, faceoff will come inside the corner. Washington Pride wearing the white-colored sweaters. New England wearing the black and white and blue-colored trim sweaters. From the draw, they pushed it straight forward. They're going straight, picking this one back up. Corbett goes after it. Corbett lost her footing and fell down. Now it goes back out, and Dorf has control. Dorf gives this one back over to DeFusco, and DeFusco comes out as far as her own blue line area. That's as far as she ended up getting. Now they go back inside. Behind the net. Shot it, cleared it, not out. Easily intercepted right there, and Corbett comes straight down the ice. Corbett goes inside, deep to the corner in the far left side wall. She pushes with Park against the board. Centering pass, stop, rebound, not going to happen that time. And Park stays with her. Had a nice conversation earlier on with Elise Park and talked about a variety of different things. They had an interesting game earlier on, and she said that they're thoroughly enjoying their time out here on Canada's lovely West Coast, albeit she was taking it to talk to some people downtown. She said the people on the West Coast aren't used to snow, but she said, oh, we are. So nice to hear. She said, we're used to this stuff. We like it. In front, going back after it, challenging for it, never got control. Now the Pride will work their way out of their own zone, all the way back down. Ruttenberg comes in. She rings it around the boards. This goes back behind the net. Pelche comes out of her net and stops this one. An attempted check thrown right there by Chelsea. Couldn't take her off of the puck. Now it goes back. And Heflin clears it far side. They're going to go after this one out of her reach. They'll wait for it. Tamawa throws this one straight forward. Heflin is going to go after it, and she never got control of it. Now they go the other way, and they get all the way up the center, across the blue line, far left side. Albecha, she had the shot taken right on goal. Now they stop it and dump it all the way back out. Icing indicated and called as it crosses the goal line at the far end. So quick icing call. I'm looking, oh, there's the clock, 15:10. I didn't know where the clock was. I'm looking out of my right that I'm normally used to. 15:10 remaining. No score in the game here. Coming to you, we are well atop. It's like we're in the rafters. We're up with God. There's myself, Mateo, and God. There's nobody else around us. The noise you hear is from the heavens. Everybody's banging and cheering on their drums, and they want to throw it back around the boards. Far side this time. They're going back after this one to try and pick it back up. Blitz has it. Blitz couldn't clear it out. Kept onside. Dorf goes in, throws it, kicked in the corner by Delia. She threw this one off. Now they get it back behind the net once again, and they're slow to come out of their own zone, but finally Ziff dumps it out to center. Tip back inside. We should have an icing call. We do have an icing call. See, all you have to do is ask. Pretty simplified. Just look at the play, watch it. Face off one more time. So we've got young ladies doing this. And again, this is like a supervision weekend. Bit of a supervision weekend for the young officials doing all the games. Are you picking on her? Are you picking on her?
No,
she deserves it.
I was blowing kisses.
She deserves it anyway. Get a chance to talk to all the officials throughout the course of the weekend. The young ladies have done a good job. You're not going to win all the races, but the majority of the times they've done a remarkable job. Now they have control once again, clearing it back out to the center ice area. Picking this one back up. It goes inside the zone over on the far right side this time. Corcoran goes after it. Corcoran takes it back behind the line, holding on it. She bumps with Bird. Now she comes straight up the middle part of the ice. Carrie Corcoran comes down, right side. Corcoran goes inside, deep to the outside wall this time, deep behind the net. They're picking it back up, and they hold on to it. Couldn't clear this one out of harm's way, and they'll throw it back behind the line one more time. They'll wait for it. Waiting on the cross-ice pass right now. Now they get it back. This is blocked and intercepted. Nice bit of a steal right there by Sistek, and Sistek continues to go back inside. She holds on to it, and it's dumped down the ice. They're going to call icing on this play. Icing indicated and called right there. I thought they might have waved that one off, only because she didn't even make an attempt to play the puck on that case right there. But regardless, the officials on the ice made the call. Coming to you from ProTrans Arena, one of three arenas out here on the university grounds at UBC. Father Bauer, the original arena. This rink, I'll tell you a little more about this rink after we get a little bit more of a chance when the play sort of subsides somewhat. Give you a bit of an indication as to why we're so far above the ice level. Interesting story about that. Back down. Now they get all the way up to the center ice area. They get control. They throw it back in off of the back wall. Delia come out of her net. She stops this one. Now she goes back inside the crease. Lorenzo comes inside the corner. She picked this one back up. Lorenzo is bumped off the puck with Heflin. Heflin stays with it. Takes a shot. Blocked. Stopped by Delia. Holding on to it. Now they take it back behind the net, and they're doing a good job as Lorenzo back inside the corner for checking after this one. Pick this one back up. Dumped it. Sistek couldn't clear this one back out. Now Sistek eventually throws it back out to center. And on the line change coming on the ice is Petry. And Petry goes straight down. Inside the zone. Far side. They're trying to get control of it. They did. Almost ran the linesman over like a Mack truck right there. Almost got, now you could be hurt if you run over like that. Some of these players have a big, heavy amount of checks. When they throw it, you know it. Shot on the outside of the post this time. Crave Hawkins stopped this one after she got the initial shot away. Now they'll go back the other time. Blitz gives it back to Crave Hawkins. She goes back after it, and she ended up losing the puck right there, and Nagy has control. Nagy overskated the puck. Inside the zone. Now they give the cross ice pass back out to the middle part of the ice, breaking down the far left side, cutting back to the middle, turning, holding on to this one. Far side wall. They pick this one back up, and Petty holds on to it. She is pushed off of the puck behind the net as they challenge for it. They're still in control of it. Wildman has control. She throws it back inside. Back to Petry. Far side, nice shot taken right there. Ziff hammers it towards the net. Now they pinch back in again, and Wildman has control. Another heavy high shot. This one was blocked by Dorf, and Dorf is trying to swing this one loose, but Cave Hawkins picks this one back up and easily leaves this one back for Petry. Petry, back pass, out to the blue line area, far left side. Over to the left side once again, back to the right side. Wildman takes a shot, tipped high, narrowly missing the top crossbar, and had that hit it, it might have taken a chance and deflected back inside the net. That could have been scary for the young goaltender. Now they're worked away all the way out of their own zone. DeFusco comes straight down. Left side, right to the middle. Shot kicked out with the right pad by Delia that time. Now they get it back out to the center ice area. Picking up a little more steam. Allison Curry throws it inside. Careful to stay onside. Again kicked out with the right pad this time. Nice deflection by Peltier to throw this one back out. Couldn't keep it onside, and it bounces back on Corcoran. Gives it across ice. Across the line. Breaking their way in. Centering right through everybody right there. And Dalby was the one that was waiting for it. Where's the referee? Oh, there she is in the corner. I didn't know where she went to. I only saw two officials. I go, where'd the referee go out there? Sort of caught me off guard. So we have a minor penalty for slashing. This is quite interesting. The penalty box on this far side here, it's got to be 40 feet long. So the timekeeper's in the middle. So if a player gets a penalty and the penalty expires and they go on, they don't close the gate, and you're playing running time, and then all of a sudden they blow the whistle, you have to run back and try and attempt to stop the clock. It is like going and playing a 100-yard dash with the time clock in the penalty box. Time kept a lot of games here, and this place is a real nut bar. Out to the blue line, holding on to it. They finally get control. Corcoran goes in. They're on the power play. See if the Washington Pride can get one on the board right now. Back all the way out to Corcoran. Corcoran, far side, nice pass play over to Park. Park, cross ice back in front. Rebound going after this one. Challenging after this one. Mara goes after it. She tried to get the shot. Now they give it all the way back to Delby. Delby back in front to Corcoran. Corcoran back to Delby. Looking, throwing it deep to the goal line, right behind the boards right there. As she holds on to this one. Now they take it, centering it all the way back out to the blue line area. Nice stop. Corcoran holds on. Back over. Again, Curry comes in. Curry throws it off of the backboards. They're passing it around very well. Back around one more time to Corcoran. Corcoran careful to keep it onside. Back to Park. Back to Corcoran. Corcoran goes in, takes a shot. Tipped in front. The rebound upstairs trying to get. Mara takes a shot. Scramble ensues. And the buzzer goes. At least the whistle does anyway. 10:32. Interesting play right now because you could actually say New England got a lucky break on that because I thought maybe that they might have allowed it to continue. But the referee blew her whistle and we stopped the play and they get a face-off. One thing I mentioned earlier on is about all the teams that I've had the luxury to do in the broadcast over the weekend. I am extremely impressed with their uniforms. I like all the uniforms. Very, very impressive. Colorful. Probably cost a fortune too. Weight back down inside. They show it all the way back out in the front part of the goal. Now this is picked up and they break all the way out and Corbett picks it up. She goes straight down. Corbett goes straight down the left side. She breaks her way back inside the corner. Corbett stops. They want to get the shot away. They're short-handed right on goal. And Delia holds on this one. And a quick stoppage of play once again. And 41 seconds remaining in the minor penalty. That's listed for Bailey Tranny. Tranny is in the box. She would love to stay there for the full time of her penalty. Linesman drops the puck from the draw, goes all the way back out. Now they come out of their own zone up the center. Petrie goes down, careful to stay on side. Now they dump it back inside. They're going after this one. Blitz has it. Blitz is out in front, trying to wrap around right there, and Petty takes it. Shot on goal again. One thing about the goaltenders, Petrie being overworked, as is Delea. Extra legs coming on the ice right now. Line change coming up for New England. 4 off, 4 on. Young Taylor Pelche having a good job so far on both goaltenders, and we're not keeping shots on goal again for this game. I don't even think you can keep track of shots on goal on the clock. And you can't, so that's why there's no shots being tallied. Far side, pinching this back in, taking the tip in front. Big stop once again by Pelche as she holds on to it. Man, oh man, she is flopping around like a seal in the water in there trying to make these saves, and she is doing a remarkable job. 16 seconds remaining. In the power play for the Washington Pride. In for the draw will be Cave Harkins. She pushed the draw all the way back this time. This is picked back up, dumped out to the blue line. They keep it on side. Petrie throws it back inside. Cave Harkins behind the net. Circling. Petrie's all the way out in front. Now Cave Harkins still in control of it. Far side, dishing it just below our broadcast over to Wildman. Wildman throws it in front. Block kicked out with the right pad. And the teams are back. 5 aside. They'll clear it out to the blue line area. Linesman was in the way. Almost got ran over. Now they go back inside. Cave Harkins throws it in. They tag up to get on side. And the Washington Pride have a quick line change. They take this one back behind their own net, holding on to this one. Nice play to try and clear this one out. Delfuco had it. She give it away and intercepted this one by Petrie. Goes in. Shot save. Nice shot taken by Cave Harkins on this play right there. And Cave Harkins is all the way out in front of the goal. She wants to get it a second time. They couldn't give her the puck that time. And they cleared it out to the blue line. Stopped once again. Keeping it on side is Petty. They go off on a quick line change right there. And New England break out of their own zone. All the way down the ice. We have an icing indicated and called with a face-off all the way back inside the zone again. 8:31 remaining. First period of play. No score so far. A well-tempoed, fast-tempoed game as well. Both teams come to play, and they are clearly entertaining everybody here at UBC on the ProTrans Arena. ProTrans is a sponsor for this rink, just so you know where they got the name from. Apparently they signed, from what I was told last time I was here last summer, they signed a 10-year agreement for the sponsorship deal for this arena. That's why they've got the name and they've got signs and billboards all over the place. They have control of it, dumping it back out to the blue line area, keeping it back on side. Shot and narrowly missing the outside post this time. Now they pick it back up, knocked it out of the air, and they'll chase it back inside the corner. Shooting it back around. Blocked it, stopped it. Now they go back the other way. Dalby goes in. Dalby gives this one back over to Curry. Curry goes in, takes a shot, rebound, stopped, kicked inside the corner by Pelche. Pelche being overworked right now. And they clear it all the way just out to the blue line area. Good, solid check going right there. Good speed tempo so far throwing for the game. And the Washington Pride get it out to center on a steal out on the breakout play right there. Now they go the other way, and Chelsea goes straight down. Right side. She comes inside. Ruttenberg goes net. Pushed off of her stick. They stayed with her and forced her wide, and good defensive play by Dorf that time. Centering in front, holding on to this one is Pelche, and she comes up and wisely holds on that for another quick stoppage of play. So again, this is a sponsorship for what I was told was a 10-year deal, 3 arenas. ProTrans, Father Bauer, which was the original arena here out at UBC. Then the new one, the Doug Mitchell Arena, named after Doug Mitchell, who was very synonymous with the sports history out here. Was either call it Doug Mitchell or Bob Heidelman, one or the other. Take your pick. Back behind the line, holding on to this one. They come all the way out, this time on the far side zone, dumping it back once again, and Park has control. Park, give it back over to Corcoran on the far right side. A little bit of a push into straight down below our broadcast location right now. Now they're going to go after it, and they pick it back up. All the way up the boards, back out to center. Breaking their way in is Tranny, and Tranny goes in. Far left, takes a shot, holding on to his Delea. Nice move by Tranny to get that shot right on goal, and good burst of speed going in. Some of these young ladies have more speed than midget hockey players. I'm impressed with that. They just go from one end to the other, and they're like the Energizer Bunny. They just never quit. The only thing that's going to make them stop is the end boards. Either that would be outside playing in the snowbank if they kept on going. They throw it back over on the right side wall this time. This is picked back up by Blitz, and Blitz gets up the center ice area. Staying with her, forcing her to the outside is Willard. Willard holds onto it, staying with her. Again, pins her. Dorf comes inside to help out. Also coming in is Petrie, and Petrie goes after this one on the near side boards, and McNeely goes after it. She dumps it out to the center ice area. McNeely goes back a second time. Stop. They turn. They throw it all the way back in off of the boards, and Petrie goes after this one, but coming out of her net to stop this is Pelche. And Pelche will hold on to it, and she left that one easily played right there by DeFusco. And DeFusco goes back. Now she throws it back behind her own net this time, giving it back over to Dorf. Dorf turns over on the right side corner. Dorf takes her time. Back around. Ashley DeFusco goes up, throws it out to the neutral ice area. Was stopped at the blue line area and dumped all the way back inside this time. And they pick it back up once more, and Petrie comes in. Petrie goes in, takes a shot, big stop by Pelche, and she goes down and holds on that. One thing about the goaltenders, both DeLea as well as Pelche, Taylor Pelche, both goaltenders know what to do, and they come out, they make the stop, they make it look easy, they understand it, and they know exactly what they want to do. Welcome everyone to our broadcast, coming to you from the Pro-Trans Arena at the University of British Columbia. A snowy, miserable weekend here on Canada's supposedly nice west coast. It's still nice. It'd just be nicer if the weather helped us all out here. Trying to circle this one back at and get it back out to the blue line. Tamua goes over. She gives it all the way back over to Heflin. Heflin goes in, takes a shot, narrowly missing the post. And this was grabbed. And a little bit more traffic in there than what is actually needed. But the referee comes in, and she's having a bit of a discussion with a couple of the players. And I know she was having a discussion. Now, the key is whether or not the players were listening. That would be the whole key right there. Sometimes you go in and you talk and you feel like you've been talking to your ex-wife. Nobody pays attention to you. They just like, yeah, fine, just ignore you. Now they throw it all the way back down the ice one more time, and Heflin goes after this one, keeping it carefully onside. Solid push taken against the boards right there by Anatelli, and she was the one that dumped it back in. Couldn't not get control. This one, Albeida, she misplayed it. Now they pinched away and go back up ice the other way. And Mara gets over center. She throws it in off of the back wall. Coming out to get this one is Pelche. Pelche goes back after this one. She gets control. Now they get back out to center. Straight down the left side wall, and they're all coming inside. McNeely is inside. Quick line change by the players of both teams right now. And they hold on to it. Clearing it. Back out to center once again. Shot it inside. Offside and icing is both waved off. Both and in that order. Now they take it back behind the line. Clearing, bad giveaway right there, and Lorenzo comes in. She intercepted it, but could not get the shot away. Now do we have an icing call? No, it's waved off. No icing call. They obviously felt that she could have played this one and picked this one back up. Now they'll go back the other way. Off of the boards, back out to the center ice area. Blocked and stopped. A couple players collided below our broadcast location. Corbett has it. She breaks her way in, takes a bit of a hack. Corbett forehand back, and huge save right there. Oh, baby, call a cop. She was robbed. What a save. What a remarkable save. And DeLea was the one that just made a huge key save. Forehand, backhand, made it look so simple, but what a nice play to break in. A good burst of speed right there. I like that. That was good. 5:31. By the time this period finishes, your hot chocolate will be cold, Mateo. Oh, new center coming in. I like it for the women's hockey because they throw them out. Nobody ever knows why. They all just sort of stand and look like they're, what are we doing here? Shot high. Nice play. DeLea got this one with her blocker and deflected this one high and out of play. Now, Poggio gives this one back over. Far left side. They tip it back in. DeLea kick this one over in the far right side boards. Now they come back the other way and tip it straight up the ice. They break their way back in. Petty comes in, backhand, forehand, going in, backhand, nice stop right there, and Pelty comes out of a net and dives on this one. And man, oh man, the goaltenders are being overworked and under siege so far tonight. Both having a remarkable play, but I would still love to know if they were keeping track. I would love to know what the shots on goal were because both goalies have had remarkable saves so far in the game. They'll call it in for the faceoff, and from the draw they pulled it straight backward this time, and they got it back inside their own zone. Everdorf had it. Emmerdorf throws it back around left side wall. This is blocked, and Anatelli goes back after it. She couldn't get control of it. Misplayed it. Anatelli stays with her player. Not going to let Blitz get out of her way. Now it's just ripped around the wall. Far left side corner, and Dorf picks it back up, and she throws it straight out. Intercepted on the steal right there. On the break-in pass. Gabe Hawkins takes a shot. Kicked in the corner by Pelche. Pelche, she got that through traffic. Now it's blocked and stopped once again. And they clear it all the way out of their own zone. Up to center. Now it's stopped inside the zone. Cave Hawkins goes in. Shot. Big stop right there again by Pelche. And she got that one wide. And they pick up the rebound again. Goes wide of the net. A couple other players collided in front of net, but they go back up ice the other way. And Tranny throws it straight forward. Stolen literally by Park. Now Park throws it straight up the middle part of the ice, but they're going to give this one back over to Corcoran, and Corcoran dishes this one back over on the left side to Dalby. Dalby shot, blocked, stopped by Pelche again. Got this one off her blocker, way up on the top left this time. She had to reach, a stretch reach, but she ended up picking this one back up. Now they go the other way. Inside the corner once again. Shot it around the boards. They come inside. Good, solid job checking. Mara comes in. She throws it back behind the line. Picked it back up. A little bit of a push and a bump ensued right there, back behind the play, and the two of them play will carry back on. And they go back up ice the other way as far as center ice area. Couldn't get any farther on that play right there. Now they go back and get it back. They'll wait. Shot, stop, rebound going after this one. And they're trying to get a third shot on goal right now. 3.5 remaining. First period of play. No score so far in the game between New England and the Washington Pride. Both teams, never mind pulling out a victory, they both want a little bit of bragging rights. Shot, rebound going after this one. And, of course, a win means points in the standings as well, moving forward towards the end of the season. Now they come inside, careful to stay onside. They cut themselves back inside. Corbett comes inside. Misplayed this one. Quick line change going for the New England squad. Now they come out of their own zone all the way up the center. Albeta goes in, takes a shot, stopped by Delea, and we have a stoppage of play, and she held onto it for a wisely moved, well-timed play to get a face-off back inside the corner once again. So as we get a face-off inside the corner, both teams have a wholesale line change. So I am assuming that the home team is New England because they were permitted the last line change in this case by the referee. So that's a guesstimate on my part. Now they cleared it all the way back down the far right side as they break the way in. Blitz comes in. Blitz goes wide to the outside. Albeta stays with her, not going to let Blitz get loose. Now Cave Hawkins comes in. She tries to get control, jamming it over on the short side. She still maintains it. Back out. Blitz takes a shot. Stop the rebound. Pelche goes after it. Picked back up a second time. Now they took a third swipe at it. Unable to clear it out. Washington Pride hemming them inside their own zone right now. Trying to come out from behind the net. The wraparound off of the post. Nice dive right there. But what a move. We should use that in some of our midget games because they go behind the net, they stop, and then they go back around the other way. I think that'd catch the goaltenders off guard. We could have a couple more points in the season if we tried that, Mateo. Moving our way up. You never know. So they still hold on to it. We are still there. Hey, we're not freezing. We're not going to catch cold. You think I'm foolish? It's my suntan lamp here. Who won the Birds game? Score? Good man. So the Birds won the game 4-1. See you later on. 4-1. Talking to some of their good buddies. They actually do the music for the WLA, the Western Lacrosse, out in Maple Ridge. So I have a lot of conversations with him throughout the course of the summer all the time. And he does some announcing as well at the Langley Event Center. Now they throw it back inside. Now they chase this one all the way back down. Going after it. Dorf wants it. Dorf comes inside trying to get this one away from Wildman. Wildman goes after this one. She cleared it, not out of her own zone. It's kept inside the corner by Ziff, and Ziff works it all the way out. Blocked and stopped it. Now she stepped on the puck. Well, the one that stepped on the puck was Curry. You don't like to do that. I had a bad experience with that once. They go straight down far side. Looks tripped off of the ice right there. Tranny fell down, slow to get up. In fact, she's not getting up at all. She looks like she's in an awful lot of pain on the far side. She is in an excruciating amount of pain, slow to go off, but she will go off nonetheless. Have to keep our eyes on her. She just took an errant slip and just fell down. So we'll have to see how she's doing. I'll back up, but I'll keep my eyes on her to make sure we're all okay. Inside, across the blue line as they come inside. Now they go back, steal it again. Now they go back to the middle part of the ice once again, and Dalby had it. Now Dalby lost it, and Chelsea goes inside the corner with it. Chelsea punches with her counterpart. Lorenzo picks this one back up. Stopped, blocked at the blue line. Heflin keeps it onside. Coming inside also to help out in this case, but we have an offside. I don't think she did keep it onside. I was wrong. Sistik was the one that pinched back in. So the faceoff will be outside the neutral zone once again. Obviously an offside call on the play right there. I'm looking below our location right there and see how she's doing. I just want to make sure she's okay because Bailey Tran, she really took a heavy fall inside. I'm not sure whether she twisted her ankle or what, but she looks like she's in an excruciating amount of pain. Far side. Albeta goes after this one. She tried to control it. Now they stop and go back the other way, and Chelsea gets it up over center ice area. trying to get control of it. They're just going to throw it back inside their own zone. 20 seconds remaining in the first period, scoreless period so far. Now they shoot it around the wall. Funny bounce off of the backboards this time. This is chased back down by McNeely. McNeely goes inside. Hit with Corbett, her own player. A long shot, tipped wide of the post. And it goes back out to the blue line. As it gets back out, Poggio goes in, takes a shot. The buzzer goes to end a scoreless first period here on a very, very impressive first period with the players of both teams. They come out, they played hard, they fought hard. And I'm still looking right now. I think she's still in an excruciating amount of pain below us, so we'll see how it plays out. I don't believe that they will be having an ice clean right now. From the looks of it, I think they're just going to forego the clean. So they're just having a little bit of a discussion below our location at the players' bench. So we'll see. The coaching staff are going to have some words of wisdom to them. So we'll just pause right now and come back after I grab a drink of coffee, basically just to warm myself up. I'm back. You sound like the world's worst enemy right there. I'm back. Welcome. Welcome, everybody, back in Virginia, around the world, New England. Hope everyone's enjoying the broadcast call coming to you here from the University of British Columbia, the ProTrans Arena. Mateo doing all the magical camera work, making me look good and sound good over here behind us. Now they throw it off of the back wall. They're going to chase it back inside the corner. Corcoran picks this one back up, waiting for it. Corcoran chases it back down once again. They're trying to pick it back up again, and they take it back behind the net. Corcoran could not get control of it. She twists and turns like a top. One of the type my granddaughter used to play years back. Now they throw it eventually down the ice. They cross against the blue line. The inside. Petty comes in, centers it back out in front. Blocked and stolen by DeFuco. She had control of it there in split second and then lost it at the last minute. And they go back the other way. Nice little bit of a turnover transition play back behind the net. Blitz comes in. She goes after it. Blitz challenges to try and get the shot on goal, and it was out of her reach, so she couldn't get control of this one. Now they go back down the far left side wall. And Tonelli comes inside. She lost an edge and slipped and fell down. Now they go back. Far side. Stopped on the turnover. Transition play at the blue line area. Back around on the left side. Corbett comes in. She holds onto it. Corbett takes it. Centers it all the way back over on the far right side this time. Poggio goes in. She takes a shot. Just one howitzer of a shot. And it bounces off of the back wall. Poggio wide open again. Not going to get the shot through. It's back out. Don't touch it. You're offside. Thank you very much. You don't pay attention to me. I just said you were offside if you touched it. I should be the coach. Actually, I could never coach. I respect coaches. I referee. I've done it for like over 60 years as far as a referee. Coaches, I fully respect what they do. They have a thankless task, and I know they don't like referees necessarily. And man, oh man, I take my hats off, especially to the coaches that coach the young age kids. I'm talking about young age kids, 4, 5, 6, and 7-year-olds, because they deserve a lot of credit. And if the parents would just let them alone and let them coach and stay out of their hair, it'd be a perfect world. But that won't happen. At least not in my lifetime anyway. I know it won't. They have it against the wall over below our location right now. Now they're going to go back up ice. A bit of a foot race ensues right there. And Chelsea goes after this one. She couldn't pick this one back up. Now they stop it and they go back up ice the other way. And McNeely comes in. McNeely threw it straight forward to Corbett this time. And Corbett's going to chase after Wildman. Wildman goes after it. Waits, stop, block, pick back up. Careful to stay on side so you don't get like too many bodies. Oh, a heavy hit below our location. I'm looking. I hope she's okay. She fell pretty much head first. Nice little bit of a forward pass thrown right there. Play carries right on. No call on the play right there. She really fell into that, and boy, oh boy, did she ever take a heavy tumble inside the boards. Tripped up against the wall over on the far side. They're all going after this one. McNeely had it for a second. Now they turn, circle. The net is off again, and that's what goalies do. They push the net off to their fullest extent and they get a chance. So the player is going off on a well-deserved line change right now. 17:40 remaining, period number 2. Welcome to our game. Welcome to the JWHL weekend here in Vancouver, British Columbia. Lots of great information on their website, jwhl.org. Very impressive. I like it. They shoot it all the way back around inside the corner once again. They're trying to get the perfect shot away. Shot right in front. Kicked out this time with the right pad. And now they work their way all the way back out to center ice. Straight down across the blue line. Careful to stay onside as they come in on the right side corner this time. Shooting it deep inside the corner. Cave Harkins goes after this one. She stops, turns, couldn't get control of this one, and it's dumped all the way back down the ice again. And chasing it inside her own zone is Elise Park. Nice play for Elise Park, turning it over. Hi, Dan. How you doing? We have it up the center. I thought somebody was picking my pocket a minute right there. It's just a producer. Look, thought he was like an ex-wife. He wanted money. Now we go over, back inside the corner. Not going to give it to him. Thanks, alimony is paid. I'm all over that one. They shoot this one over on the far side wall. Still inside the corner. They're all pushing after this one. McNeely goes after this. She clears it out to the hash marks, the right side boards. They dump it back out to center ice, and this is picked up by Heflin, and she throws it back inside over Tamura. She gets control. Back inside the right side. Curry breaks in. Shot, blocked, kicked wide of the net, and Dorf goes after this one. Dorf lost an edge and fell down. Now play continues, and they throw it all the way back down the ice. Icing is waved off. That's an appropriate call. That's a good non-call on that play right there. They'll take it back inside their own zone. Quick play for New England. They had to get fresh legs on the ice. A long stretch pass all the way back down the ice inside the zone, and Ruttenberg comes inside. She goes to the outside. Albeta goes after. She stays with her. Not going to let her get loose with the puck right there. Doesn't want her to get a good shot away. And Washington Pride still doing a great job hammering inside the zone out to the blue line. Oh, that was a funny play right there. Two of them could have had it. Sistik and Zip, the two of them were pushing with each other, and that would have been so appropriate had only one of them gone after that. Probably the more appropriate one would have been Rachel Ziff because she had a perfect shot set up. But somebody took the puck off her stick. Funny how that works. It's a fast game, and all you have to do is pay attention. Now they give the cross ice. Careful play. The bench is hollering at her. Don't touch the puck. You might be called for too many players on the ice. Now they go back inside, but we have an offside call on the play this time. So as we have an offside, we'll have a face-off once again. 15:29 remaining. Second period of play. A scoreless game so far. What a remarkable game. Welcome everyone to our broadcast around the world, wherever you're listening in. You can send me a note on Twitter. It's just @SportsWave. You can send me a note. I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted. Give a shout-out to anybody if you would like somebody to give it a shout-out to. Just let me know. It's just simple. It's @SportsWave. Far side. Cross-ice pass once again. Now they get all the way out of their own zone. Waits, looks. Far side. Now they pick it back up again in front of the boards. They get control, throwing it back inside. And they just cleared this one off of the back wall. Back pass. Giving this one back. Trying to get control and clear it out. Never got it that time. They're still pushing for it. Coaching staff barking instructions from the bench. Couple players push and collide behind the play right there. Now they go over on the far right side this time. Corcoran has control. Corcoran gets it back. Give and go. Delayed penalty coming up this time against New England. And as New England gets the puck, we have a stoppage of play and a penalty assessed by the referee. An interference minor penalty. This is going to be a penalty going against New England. Number 24, Jenna Albeta. She'll be getting the minor penalty. And I apologize if that's wrong. That's the way we were told. We're talking to the coaching staff earlier on. So she's going in this extended 90-foot penalty box on the far side. It seems like 100 miles long. So they have it from the draw. Kicked it out to the blue line area. Stopped on the far side once again. Now they're going to chase it back. Out to the middle part of the ice. Back to Park. Park takes a shot. Deflected wide. Couldn't put her stick on this one. And it goes back inside the corner once again. They're pressing. Washington Pride trying to get that perfect shot on goal right there. Centering it back in front. Far side wall this time. And Corcoran goes after it. Corcoran picks it back up. Nice play. Centering it, getting it back around to Park. Park back to Corcoran. inside the corner one more time. Back to Petty. Petty goes inside. Out in front waiting for the puck is Blitz, and Blitz couldn't get control of it. Now back over. Park takes a shot. Kicked out with the right pad, this time by Pelche. Now they go back inside the corner on the left side wall, and they're trying to get this perfect shot set up. Petty lost her foot, fell down. Now she gets back up. Crave Hawkins goes inside, and New England will get control and rip it all the way down the ice on a nice dump-out play right there. And they'll come up on a real quick line change. Delia comes out of her net to stop this one the first time. Overskated the puck partially right there, and Corcoran eventually throws it up the center ice area. Straight down. Mara goes in. Far right side, but they're offside at the blue line by about a stride, so they have a face-off all the way back. Just probably, I'm assuming, at their own blue line because it was a long pass and they didn't have the initial zone to start with. So it'll be just out in front of the penalty box over across from our broadcast location. So they're getting set. Late line change coming up right now. Coaching staff, you can hear them below us talking to the team. So they have control. Now they work it all the way out of their own zone, out in front of their own players' bench this time. Cross ice, back inside this time. They dump it straight forward, across the line, all the way over on the far side this time, and Dalby comes in. Dalby turns over the hash marks on the far left side. Dalby gives a drop pass back time to Curry. Curry picks it back up, thinking about getting it back. She finally throws it back inside the corner to Dalby. Dalby and Curry, the two of them trading tails back there. Now they give it back out to Wildman. Wildman cross ice all the way back over. Zip takes a shot. Nice stop. Pelche comes up with another remarkable stop. And we have 17 seconds remaining in the minor penalty going against New England. They're all looking at the clock to see how much time is remaining. Cold? So they will line themselves up. We're all finally set. The coaching staff having a good discussion with the players below our location. The benches are directly below our location, so we can see and we can hear everything that goes on. I used to tell my daughter that when she was a little kid too. Far side. Back out to the middle part of the ice. They cut back to the inside once again, ripping their way back in. Petty goes in. Shot high over top of the net. Not going to put that through the uprights. And boy, some of the Super Bowl players would love to have that shot. Back in front. Wandering Minstrel out in front. Shot. What happens? Oh, this is interesting. We have a penalty shot called. And the reason is because she covered the puck up inside the goal crease. The goaltender was out. It was covered up by a player inside the crease, so we will have a penalty shot. The rule is simple. If the puck is outside the crease and you are in the crease, now they're going to have a discussion. They're going to phone a friend. I'll get back to my train of thought. On a penalty shot situation, if you cover the puck in the crease, yes, we have a penalty shot indicated by the referee. So the rule is simple. If you are in the crease and the puck is outside the crease and you grab the puck and pull in the crease, it's only a penalty for delay in the game. If you are out of the crease and the puck is in the crease and you cover it up and pull it underneath you, it's a penalty shot because it's the position of the puck and not the player. So we will see. You know, it's interesting. Whenever I used to do a penalty shot and I was refereeing and I had to force one to be given, I'd always go in, I'd tell the goaltender a little bit of instructions, and the last thing I'd tell the goaltender, I'd say, good luck. Sort of build up their confidence. You have to do that because they're already mad at you because of what took place. So they're going to go back in. Right now, coming out of the net to stop this. Pelche is coming out. Looks 1-on-1 going inside, taking the shot. Blitz takes a shot. Big stop right there by Taylor Pelche. Oh, man, you saved the game right there. And that was a remarkable stop. But 1-on-1, youngster going in all by herself right there. Blitz, she was the one that was designated by the coach to go in and take the shot. The other thing, lastly, on a penalty shot, if you take a penalty shot, Canada or the U.S. or International Ice Hockey Federation, the clock does not run. The clock, if you're a timekeeper, does not run. It's a stationary device right there, and it doesn't move until the play gets resumed. Now they take it back behind the net. Albeit he goes after this one. This is blocked and picked back up once again. And the New England squad worked their way all the way out to center ice. Nice cross-ice pass over to McNeely. McNeely throws it back inside off the far right side boards. This is taken back behind the net. A long pass knocked out of the air, and they pick it back up, and they march their way all the way up the ice. Straight down. Petty comes inside. Waits, blitzes in front. Petty, forehand, backhand, save. Oh, another one. Man, oh man, oh man. That young goaltender down there, Taylor Pelche, is playing remarkable hockey. And you've got to give the Washington Pride credit because they are exploding out of their own zone. And they get it to the blue line. And what they're doing is they're dumping it off of the boards. And the players are cutting back to the inside and going to the inside and allowing them to get free going inside. 11:51 remaining. Second period of play right now. I see good buddy Sean Raphael down the far end. Just finished doing the Thunderbird game. Did it yesterday and today. Made a trip over from Victoria. He is our provincial referee-in-chief. They have control. Solid check throw below our location right there. Heavy hit. And Tonelli was the one that was taken off of the puck. Now it's dumped back in. Shot off the top part. And Tonelli was out of her reach. She couldn't get control of it. Now they go back and Heflin has control. She waits for it. Picking it back up once again. They take it back. They come inside behind the net. Dalby comes inside. She wanted to get control of it. A couple players fell down. Centering pass in front. Narrowly missing the outside post. What a shot taken by Mara on that play. Just rolled wide of the net. Now they go back. Dumping it inside the corner once again. They're all going after it. Now they throw it back. That pass was partially blocked. Shot high. Well placed over top of the net in this play right there. Now they'll get control and clear it back out to the center line. Working their way out. Tranny comes down. Tranny holds onto this one. Now they throw it straight forward. As they march their way back inside the zone, and they're going off on a quick line change. Fresh legs out. That hit the linesman. I felt that. I even said ouch for her. Tripping penalty coming up right now, and this tripping penalty is going to be going. The linesman gets tripped up. She didn't know where the puck was. And she was still, in fairness to the linesman, she was still mesmerized because she was the one that got drifted with the puck when it was clearing out of her own zone. I don't think she expected it. I hope she's okay. She took a heavy, heavy hit. And again, if you're youngsters and you're a referee, wear elbow pads. And if you get a cold rink, such as we have today, don't wear a T-shirt. Like, dress warm. There's no truth to the rumor, just that you are a referee, that you have to freeze. So there's going to be a discussion call on the far side. So they're going to get the player that is going to be tagged with the minor infraction on the far side. So we'll sort it out. Sort of like maybe by process of elimination. Someone's going to head back over there. This is where you just say, okay, who's the guilty party? Who's going to go over there? And if all else fails, ask him. Slow to come out. This is what I was saying about the timekeeper having to run down and open the gate for him because it's a mile away. It's a long extended version to be really out of the reach of everybody. 10:44 remaining. Second period. Hey, kid. Hey, Trev. Hey, Sean. How was your game?
Very good.
Good man. Hey, guys. All my big buddies, the referees who did the UBC game. I know all of them. They're referee-in-chief, et cetera, et cetera. Interesting when you stand and you talk to all the referees when they walk by. Well, they stopped me. Back down the far left side, holding on to this one. They take control. Now they get control. Oh, sorry, I was in your way. Throwing it back. I didn't want to get in your camera shot right there. I can be made to look bad enough by myself. I don't need you to help me, Mateo. Clearing it off of the wall. They're stopping the turn, and they're finally going to pick this one back up. They're on the power play. They're just undecided as to what way they want to go. And Lorenzo throws this one straight forward. Knocked out of the air with a high stick. It's waved off, and the reason it's waved off is because the opposition team picked up the puck. If her own team picked the puck up, then and only then would you have a stoppage of play. To the young ladies coming onto the ice. Had a discussion earlier on. It was interesting. Had a discussion as to if the score is a little bit, I guess, out of reach, do they play running time? And not so much do they play running time. If they do, what is the goal differential? And I know they're looking at, that's something that the league executive are actually looking at right now. They said they'd let me know, but I'm clearly not expecting that in this game. I'm not that far-fetched. Long pass all the way out to the center ice area, going after it. So on a turnaround, going back inside the zone once again. DeFusco goes after it. She misplayed this one. Now they go back after it a second time, and Corbett comes back in. He gives it back to DeFusco for New England. She gets control. Lost this one. Now they go back in, and Blitz comes inside. Blitz goes to the middle. Takes a shot. Nice grab. Thank you, Grandma. Like picking cherries up here in the Okanagan NBC. That was sweet like cherries. Nice little bit of a grab right there to hold on this one. And, of course, Blitz was the one that wanted that goal to win because she was the one that sort of blew a gasket going in on that penalty shot that didn't go the way she wanted it to. Good call for the penalty shot by the young official doing the game. That was a quick call, even though they had a discussion. Sometimes they have to discuss it, but the key for that is that be firm and fair and really concise in your call. Okay, so we have 5 on the ice, and the rest have gone to the bench, and 4 on the ice for the Washington Pride as they're killing a minor penalty for another 35 seconds. Back behind the net. Dalby has control. She takes it, pinned against the wall this time. Dalby turns, goes back to the middle part of the ice, and she lost it. Now goes back out to Park at center ice area. Park goes after this one, blocked, and that shot actually hit Corbett right in the side, and she sort of rubbed her side and then shrugged it off. Failed to get this one out of her own zone. Now they have it back, and Tranny picks it back behind her own net. Don't waste time. You're on the power play. You're killing seconds off of the clock when you take your time and set things up like that behind your own net. Now they get it all the way back over on the far side this time. Albeda comes inside. She goes back. She dumped it in, and Corcoran picks this one back up. The minor penalty has expired right now. Team's back, 5 aside. They throw it all the way down the ice. Icing called, and a face-off back in the far zone once again. And the reason that's called, simple, is that the minor penalty had expired before the shot was taken. If the shot was taken first and she was still in the penalty box, well, then it would not be icing called. So in the meantime, right now, we've got icing, 35 remaining, back in the corner. Quick discussion with Sean Raphael, the provincial referee-in-chief for BC Hockey. It used to be BC Amateur Hockey years back. Now it's just plain simplified BC Hockey. No different from AHOS in the States, how they make changes all the time. They throw it back down inside the zone. They're all going to go after this one. And Sistek pinches back inside. Staying with her is Dorf. Dorf lost it. They steal this one. Ruttenberg picks it back up. Centering pass kicked back out by Pelche. The rebound, good solid right pad kick out by Pelche. And they come all the way out of their own zone. Nagy goes back inside. Nagy throws it back inside the corner. Quick line change coming up for New England. They got about 4 players off, and then they sent 4 on. And then they sent the 5th one off right now, and the 5th one comes back on. Quick change going back. They have it at the blue line. A long shot wide of the net by about 4 feet, and is blocked all the way over on the far side. Taken off of the backboards this time. A couple of players managed to collide. Now they're going to get control of it, and they get it out to the blue line. Stopped and blocked and turn around back inside the corner one more time. Tranny has it. They throw it back inside the corner. Nice dump in by DeFusco to throw that one back inside the corner. This time it's off of the wall on the left side. A couple other players collided just below our location. They get it back towards the net. Dorf had the chance. Now Dorf goes back out to center. A couple players collided all the way back out of the blue line area. Ruttenberg was one that took a heavy fall. Now it's throwing down the ice. We have a possible icing called, and now we have a real icing called. So the faceoff is back once again inside the zone. A lot of icing calls, but I'm really impressed, not only just with the tempo and the level of game that we're watching between these young ladies that are playing the game, but I'm really impressed with the play of the young goaltenders. Look at the sweaters for New England. Somebody was telling me earlier on, they remind them of the old LA Kings sweaters that they used to have all the time. I think that was when Gretzky was a rookie with LA. Not so much with Edmonton, but with LA. They have it up the center ice. Now they're going to turn and go back the other way. McNeely comes in. She goes all the way in on the far right side. Her counterpart, Wildman, stays with her. Centering it back all the way out to the blue line. A heavy shot taken right there by Poggio. Right on goal, and DeLea holds onto it. Now we get a little bit of a scrum behind the goal line right there. A couple players come together. So they're going to get up, slowly skate away. They're getting their shots. Actually, both teams are getting their shots on goal. And this will be interesting to see how this is going to play out for the remainder of this game, because the way it works out right now, I say interesting because it could take a lucky bounce just to capitalize on one soft goal. And Peltier was the one that saved that one goal down there, because that could have been an easy marker had Blitz got that penalty shot in. Now they go back the other way. Cross ice all the way back over again. Julia Blitz has control. She gives the cross ice dump and pass over on the far side. Petrie comes inside. Petrie goes to the front of the net. Looks, centering pass in front. Stop, rebound, another stop right there. Oh, baby, oh, baby. Man, oh, man, she should be a doctor and charge extra for visiting services. What a huge save. They are in there, and they are all over her like a wet blanket. And man, oh, man, they should take her to McDonald's later on and buy her a Big Mac. She deserves a Big Mac and an extra size French fries order, just the way she's playing. She is impressive to watch back there between the pipes. Love the way she makes all her plays. Now we have a breakout play all the way back down. Bailey Tranny comes inside. Tranny goes deep to the goal line, all the way over on the far side, trailing, pinching their way back in. Willard comes in. She goes back in the corner on the far side. Willard gets pushed off of the puck on the far side by Crave Hawkins this time. Willard's going to go off on a line change. Not sure why. It looks like her right arm appears to be a little bit sore. I guess you would say sore. Dumped, not out. Now they pick it back up, and the Washington Pride come all the way out of their own zone. Good speed. Petty comes inside, goes wide, goes to the outside. Backhand shot stopped again by Pelche. Another one that could have saved the game. Now they go back up ice the other way, straight out of their own zone. Great speed coming. 6 minutes remaining, second period of play. They give the long cross-ice pass all the way up in front of the players' bench, and Curry comes down. She throws it off of the back wall. Picked back up, easily stopped once again by Taylor Pelche. She holds on this one. And it's dumped out to the center ice area. Inside the zone. Stop, block, dumped forward. Back after this one, and they chase it back inside again. Curry goes in, right to the goal line, centering pass. Shot, stop, blocked again. Now they dump it back out to the blue line. Ziff comes in, she takes a shot. That was blocked and stolen. And they pick it back up, dumping it, not out. This time they go after it a second time, and they gave the puck away as it was a funny little bit of a clearing pass by Emma Dorf that time. Now Dorf's going to go back after it a second time. It's knocked, picked up out of the air. Could not get control of this one. Dalby gets it. Dalby goes after it a second time. Dalby throws it straight forward to Sistek, and Sistek pushes against the players' bench right in front, and she decides to eventually go inside the corner after the loose puck. She still goes after it. Also coming in to help out is Wildman. Wildman comes out of the corner. Still in the corner on the far side is Ruttenberg. Ruttenberg couldn't get control of it. Heavy check thrown inside the corner. Well, a couple of players collided, if you want to call it a check. That's up to the viewing of the individual, but just a couple players did collide. Now they go out to the blue line area. Stop. Kept on side. Wildman takes a shot. Saved again right there, and boy, she is under siege, and she is playing remarkable. She's standing on her head, and she is just impressing everybody here. No mistake in that one. I know Mateo's got the signing pad. He wants to sign her up to play for the BC Major Midget team for the Greater Vancouver Canadians. She could replace our goaltender. Take your pick, either one. Teach him a lesson or two anyway. And you know I'm right. That's the funny part about the whole thing. I know. You're the manager. You can't say that. We go back the other way. I'll back you in a corner. You don't have to do it yourself. I'll help you out. Albeda goes after it, cleared it, not out, stopped, kept onside once again. Park goes after this one. She couldn't keep it onside. Now it's offside. Nice call. I could even see that with my rose-colored glasses up here, and I've got welder's goggles on. Nice grab to stop that one and hold on to it. Not going to give that one loose. He wants to make the save and make it look simple. 4:19 remaining, second period of play. No score, still scoreless. We were just talking about that earlier on, and it could be a lucky bounce to come back and see how it survives. So the center is tossed out because of the late line change. So if you're late on the line change, you normally toss the center. That's actually the first time I've seen that happen and called all weekend long, to be fair. Out to the blue line. Park keeps it onside. Park throws it back over, far side. Waits. Corcoran goes back after. Coaching staff thought it was offside, but it was actually on the line. Just looked offside from a coaching perspective. Back out to Park. Park goes in, takes a shot. That was blocked, tipped in front. Big save again by Pelche as Crave Hawkins got the shot away. And they're going back after this one, and she's going to hold on this one. And Taylor Pelche gives this one back to the little lines person. We have to be politically correct, so they tell me nowadays. I'm waiting for them to change that in the rule book. Instead of calling me a linesman, you're supposed to call it a lines person nowadays, as they have control it. It's supposed to be politically correct so we know what's going on. Back inside the corner against the wall. Waits, looks, nice shot taken right there. Petty got the shot away. Blocked and turned around and taken it back. Albeta takes it. She holds on to it. Do we have a stoppage? No, not this time we don't. Petty has control. She gets it all the way back out on the far side this time. Corcoran goes in. She takes a shot after she got the pass from Park. Now it goes over in the right side corner. A couple other players coming inside. Veronica Petty comes inside. She tries to get it. Now it goes back out to the blue line. A couple players collided. They're going to have a foot race. She lost her stick. Park goes inside her own zone. No stick involved on the play right there. She lost it. Now it's thrown back in. They have to tag back up. A 3-on-1 break. Now they go back out. Now they change that. That was short-lived right there. And they dump it back inside the corner on the far side. And Dalby goes after this one. Misplayed it. Now they picked it back up again. Albecha goes after it. The shot hit the referee in the corner. Now they have it inside the corner once again. Centering pass back out in front, and New England break out of their own zone. Nice play to pick up some speed. Tranny comes straight down. She goes inside the right side, deep against the wall over on the right side boards. Heflin's with her. Tranny stays with it. She circles. She goes back around, coming out the right side boards, trying to get it back around. She does. She throws it back behind her right there. Back over to Dorf, and Dorf comes inside. She was partially blocked. Not going to get control of it that way. The two of them pushed against the boards. They're all holding for it and fighting for it. Referee is saying, please move the puck. Thank you very much. And they eventually listened to her and did exactly what she asked them. Now we go back the other way, dumping it back inside. Good dump in play by Nagy on that play. And going after this one is going to be Antonelli. She couldn't get control. Now they throw it in. Offside is nullified. quick line changes. The young ladies down below our broadcast on the ice are looking extremely tired right now. They are entertaining everyone here. This is better than go to a movie. It's a lot less expensive, too. They take it back behind the line. Good pickup speed right there. And Ruttenberg comes out of her own zone all the way up the center. Ruttenberg goes over in front of the benches on the right side, straight down across the blue line. Offside by a country mile on that play right there. No mistake in that one. That was easy. You could have called that if you were in one of the other arenas. Again, quick-tempoed game right now. Well played. The plays, the young goaltenders at both ends are playing exceptional. If I was going to pick game stars from either team right now, clearly it'd be the goaltenders on both teams. They are absolutely playing remarkable. Far side, they have control of it. New England dumps it all the way back out to the center ice area, down the ice. Do we have an icing? No, the icing is going to be waved off. Shot taken high, blocker save. High bounce right there. Nobody was there to challenge for the rebound on that play right there, and had there been, that could have been an extremely interesting part, but they still have control. Now they break the way back in again. Corbett takes a shot. Nice save once again. Delay as she goes up, and again, there's that move that I was telling you about the goaltenders, how remarkable the young goaltenders are playing in today's game, and they're just showing you what they're truly made out of. 1:24 remaining, second period of play. A lot of time remaining. I have the feeling this could end either a 1-0 game or a 0-0 tie, just the way it's played. It's not going to be a blowout either way. Could be a real lucky goal or a real pretty one. You got a 50-50 chance, and a bet like that, you can take it to Vegas. And while you're down there, place a bet in the Super Bowl tomorrow for me. I just want a little bit of the proceeds of the winnings if you make some money on it. Pick back up, far side. Nice play to get control of this one. They're all pinching back inside. Willard goes after it. Willard gets it, steals it. Drop pass all the way back out to the blue line. Poggio dumps it. Shot right on goal. Scrambles after that one. And man, oh man, she goes down and covers up on this one like covering up and putting a roof on one of those Christmas cakes you make at Christmas time for all your little grandkids to come over and bite out and take your money out of. That was nice. I like that play. That was good. Nice stop. The young goaltenders, as I said again, the goaltenders are playing remarkable. 59 seconds remaining. Second period of play. Then the ladies have it ice clean and go to the dressing rooms. And I get to finish my coffee. Coming off the board. Shot block that goes inside the corner. Wrapping this one back around. Corbett goes after it. Also coming inside the corner is McNeely to try and get it. McNeely stays with it. Park stays with her. McNeely goes all the way over on the far right side this time. Corcoran couldn't get control. Now they give it out to the center ice area. Good speed to get all the way back down inside the zone. Good forecheck. Mara stays with it. Mara's not going to let her person get free of it. Now they give it back around, this time to Corcoran. Corcoran throws it, takes a shot wide of the target. All the way over on the far right side boards this time. Picked back up by Allison Curry, and Curry stops it. She holds on to it against the wall. Stopped by Park. Park throws it inside. Blocked. Dangerous play right there. That was dangerous because it actually hit Emma Dorf's stick and deflected right on goal. And it was really a good thing that young Pelche is really alert and Johnny on the spot to make that save. Coaching staff below our broadcast location for New England, barking out instructions at the team. They are very intense. Now from the draw out in front. Shot, save again by Pelche. That goes wide, goes behind the net. Pinching back inside. Petty comes inside. She misplayed this one. And now they go back up ice the other way. Tranny trying to get the long stretch pass. Back down at the blue line inside the zone right now. It's blocked and stopped once again. Dumping it back, and they'll pick it back up a second time. And the buzzer goes to end the second period of play. And after 2 periods of play, we have a 0-0 tie still. Now, before I forget, I wanted to not forget, I would tell you about my train of thought. I was talking about the rinks here at UBC because I know if I don't tell you now, I'll forget. That's just the way I am. Earlier on, I had mentioned that we have 3 arenas here at the Pro-Tran at the arena here at UBC. Father Bauer, which was the original arena. The new one, which is a Thunderbird, or the new one, which is actually called the Doug Mitchell Complex, or the Thunderbird Arena. And this one, which is called the Pro-Trans. When you look at this rink, it's situated well below our location. The old level of this rink, there used to be 2 rinks here actually, side by side. This rink and another one adjacent to it. And they were at the same level as the Father Bauer Arena, at the same level. But when they were building this, they had to dig down. And because the ground, because of the age in the arena was so old, they have what they call pyrotechnics units. It's big, long pipes underneath the ground, and they're all with electrodes in it. And it melts or keeps the ground soft underneath it so the ground doesn't freeze. So they all have them really hard, and the ground was frozen so deep they had to dig down and really dig down more. And the farthest they dug down to get the ground, all the frozen ground that was out, that's why this is a lower level. They actually had to dig it down about 50 feet to get the frozen ground away so they could start building a new rink. That's why we've got different levels of rinks. But this was initially the same level as the other one over here with Father Bauer. And like I say, there used to be 2 rinks here. Father Bauer over there, 2 arenas right here, and these were the two oldest rinks. They had chain link fencing and everything around them, and they were built going back to the 50s. So that's the way you know, and now you know. A little bit of a history about UBC and the rinks out here, the way we have. But it's a great complex. Come on out. They've got a lot of great things going on here. And if you're not, we got one more period. So send me a note on Twitter at SportsWave, and I'll give a special shout out to whoever you want. We're coming back with our third period because it's still scoreless right after this. All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Well, third period is set to get underway. Everybody in the building is absolutely frozen, so they'll dump it down up to the blue line and play carries right on. Now they get control. They dish it back inside. Careful to stay onside. They group up, get control of it. Now they go back inside, all the way on the far side. Nice little bit of a dish pass on the inside this time. And now they'll pick it back up, and New England's going to go back up ice the other way as they had control of it. Now they'll throw it back around. We'll adjust our heaters so we don't freeze over here, Mateo. Now we have control. Icing called on a long sweeping shot all the way down the ice. Played 30 seconds so far in period number 3. And interesting to say that the game is still scoreless. Both goaltenders playing absolutely, as I said at the outset of the third period, absolutely remarkable. I give both goaltenders full credit because they are just lovely young goaltenders to watch, and boy, they have really mastered their trade. They come all the way back inside, trying to get control of this one. Fail to get control of it this time, holding onto it. Now they pick it back up off of the back boards this time, waiting for it. Nice play as they pin this one back against the wall all the way over on the far left side this time. They're still fighting for it, trying to get control of this one. She's still pushing in. Now they're going back around all the way over on the far left side. They come off of the boards with it, waiting for it. Curry goes in, takes a shot, shooting it all the way over on the far right side wall, and then up it back out to center ice area. It's out foot outside out the blue line area. They stop. Tamiwa goes back inside her zone, overstayed to the puck. Now they give the back pass, back inside, far left side. Shot, save, no rebound. Nice stop right there. And Delia goes down and she holds on that one, and she is not going to give that one up at all, holding on to that one. Mentioned earlier on, if you want me to give a shout out to somebody because you're watching, let me know where you're watching from. Just got a note from Stephen Dwarf. He's listening in, watching his daughter, number 17 on New England. Welcome, Stephen. Thanks for the note on Twitter. I appreciate it. Always nice to hear from friends around the world, and hope you're enjoying the broadcast and enjoying your night. It's a little bit warmer than ours. Mind you, where you are right now back in New England, it's about 10:30 instead of 10 after 7. Out here on Canada's west coast, they still have control of it. Shot it around the boards. Picked back up. Now they cleared it at the blue line area. Shot blocked. That goes all the way over on the far side. Kept on side once again. And then up and all the way back in over on the far side wall. DeFusco goes in. She kept it on side. Now they cleared it. Not out. Washington Pride getting out of their own zone all the way across ice pass right down the middle part of the ice this time. This is picked back up by Wildman. She breaks away in deep to the goal line, left side. Wildman out in front. Shot, backhand, rebound going after this one. Nice stop again by Peltier to kick this one out. Goaltenders play remarkable. They still have control of it inside the corner. Grave Hawkins goes after it. Now she pins it back out. Still in control of it. They shot it, not out. Now New England clear it all the way back out the center ice area. And Corcoran throws it back inside. They go back and chase this one back down. Emma Dorff out in front of her own goal right now, trying to get control of it. Blocked, stopped. She's going back after her own player, not going to let her get loose. Right on goal, big stop. And as they hold on this one, Peltier comes out and stops it. And Dad wasn't pretty impressed because just as the young goaltender made the grab and stopped that one, that was nice because your daughter made a good stop. Emma come out and made the save on that play, and she wasn't going to give that one up at all. Good, remarkable stop right there. So she held on that one. So special shout out. If you want to say hi to someone, let me know. Send me a note on Twitter. So I appreciate it. All the kind words we get from everybody around the world, wherever you're watching this from. Big scramble once again, and they're playing well, and they're holding on to it.
Ridley and Chicago.
So Ridley right now, the score with Ridley and Chicago.
6:35.
What's the score? Tied?
0-0.
Oh, it's still at 0-0. So, man, oh, man, great hockey being played around and around the entire world so far right now, all over the place. And from the draw, they'll wait. Never got control. Now they clear it back out to the blue line area. Kept it on side. Now they have it back inside, off of the back boards. Albeida goes after it. She cleared it back around the boards all the way over on the far left side this time. They cleared it, not out. Now they stop it, keeping it on side. They're trying to come out from the corner. Not going to happen that time, and Peltier stays with it. Waits. Drop pass back out to the blue line. Shot deflected inside the corner on the far side one more time. And Blitz goes in the corner. Blitz is trying to give this one all the way back over to Gabe Hawkins. She had control for a second. Referee is letting them play, holding on to it. It's like a slow scrung in a rugby game. Nobody knows what they're going to do with it. Eventually they figured it out, and they get out to their own blue line. All the way up the center, over center. They just drift this one all the way back inside. A couple players going off on a line change right there. One below our location going off is Savannah Willard. She's going off on a line change. Now they break all the way in, far right side, cutting back to the inside. Picking this one back up on the steal right there is Emma Dorff. Dorff cleared it, hit the boards right there. Now they go back the other way. Shot deflected wide over on the boards on the far left side. Albeda goes after this one. She couldn't get control of it to clear it out of her own zone. Now they're coming back inside once again, and they're going to try and do it a second time. Anatoly. Go back, looks, she stays with her skater. Not going to give her an inch right there, and Crave Hawkins goes after it. Long shot, tipped in front, big save again by Peltier to kick this one out with the left pad. Huge stop once again. 15:55 remaining, third period of play. Down the left side, Dorf comes in, pushed off the puck, keeps on going. She's like the Energizer Bunny, that young lady. She just keeps on going and doesn't quit. Still gets it back. Nice play to get control. This one once again, and Delby goes after it for the Washington Pride, and she clears it back out. Delayed minor penalty coming up against New England, and they get control of the puck. And we're going to see who the referee has given a minor penalty to. Obviously, the one that's already over at the penalty box. That's a little bit of a guilt thing right there when you know you're getting a penalty and you beat the referee to the penalty box. And she did. McNeely goes to the penalty box. She was actually over there faster than the referee. I didn't expect that. I was looking to see who was going, and then I realized, oh, she's already at the penalty box. So they have control. She sits down. A minor penalty in effect and a power play once again for the Washington Pride. The minor penalty is listed up on the clock. Linesman drops the puck between the two players. Now they get control, throwing it all the way back down. Far left side. They pinched their way back in. Petty comes inside. She was tripped up. Plate carries right on. A couple of players fell down, waiting for it. Cave Hawkins has control. Dishes it back out the blue line. Now all the way over on the left side to Corcoran. Corcoran back the middle part of the ice. Back to Park. Park takes a shot. Stop. Block. Turns. Blitz takes a shot. Big save again by Peltier. Now it goes back out again to Corcoran. Corcoran, the middle part of the ice. She goes back. Throws it over on the left side this time. Back to the middle. Back inside. Corcoran takes a shot. That was blocked and knocked out of the air. Petty comes inside. She couldn't get control of it. Cave Hawkins leaves this one and throws it all the way back out to Corcoran again. Corcoran dishes it back over again, left side over to Petty, and Petty comes off of the wall. Now she throws it back to Cave Hawkins behind the line. She dishes it back out to the blue line area. Good passing play. Park to Corcoran. Corcoran couldn't keep it onside. 1:10 on the power play remaining. And Washington Pride get up, get over center, and they just rip this one off the back wall. And coming out of the net to stop this one is Peltier. And she dishes it all the way out. There was a wide open breakaway pass going straight down, and Tranny was just a little bit ahead of it, not able to get control of it. Back down. Out to the blue line. Kept onside by Park. Park throws it back inside the corner to Crave Hawkins. Hawkins trying to thinking about actually getting it back right now. So we got a score right now. So Chicago is up right now, just a reminder, on Ridley by a 1-0 score right now. Now they go back down inside the zone. Corcoran goes after this one. She gives this one back away and waits. Tranny comes inside, forehand back, and shot missing the outside right post. Nice attempted try right there, and she had a gorgeous chance, but unable to put this one back in. Now they come the other way. Pride comes straight down the left side, breaking their way in. Mara comes in. Mara had the puck stripped off of her. 15 seconds remaining in the power play for the Washington Pride. They have control of it inside their own zone. Cross pass. Wildman dumps it up the center ice area. 5 seconds in the power play. They are standing up and ready to come out of the box right now. Minor penalty is expired. Teams are back full strength on the break inside the zone. Cutting back, forehand back, and nice play to take this one and literally rip her stick up. Lorenzo lifted the stick at the last minute, and nothing wrong with that. That was a good, smart play. Otherwise, she would have had a wide open shot away right on goal. Now they still have control. Zuft goes in, takes a shot, grabbed again by Peltier, and she goes down. It's like she's under siege. She's getting overworked, and again, I really do wish that they were keeping shots on goal for the game tonight, because if I'm a betting man, I want to go to Vegas, I would clearly say that probably each goaltender right now has probably faced 35, if not more, shots. They still have control of it. No score in the contest here, third period. 13-19 remaining, third period of play. Anybody's game. New England breaks all the way out of their own zone. Up the center, over center, throwing it back down. No icing. Albeda dumps this one back inside the zone, also coming in to try and get control of this one. Easily played. Nagy is in there. Nagy pushed it. She throws it back out to Poggio, and Poggio throws it back into Nagy, and Nagy dumps it off of the backboards this time, and this is picked back up by Heflin. Heflin clears it back around. Now they come all the way out of their own zone, up the center, throwing it back down inside the zone. They're doing a good job. Heflin goes inside. She tried to pick this one back up on the spinorama move. Dangerous cutting play right in front of their own goal. And Kobit comes straight up the right side. She throws it back down over on the left side. Dumping it right on goal. Big stop by Delia. And she kicked this one wide. Now it goes over. The referee has to move so she doesn't get run over. Now they come off of the boards. Looks come off of the back corner. Taking a shot. Blocked and stopped. And Park knocked this one out of the way. Delia was the one that kicked that one out with the right pad. Now they go straight down the ice once again. Breaking the way in, right side. Petty comes inside. She went one way. The puck decided to go the other one. And now they'll break out the other way. Cross ice, back around. Nice play. Dorf gets it back. Dorf gets control, up over center, throws it back down. Dorf's shot actually hit Tranny in the side of the helmet. Now Tranny's going to go off on a change as she's smiling to go off. You can look, I see her mask right there, and she's just sort of smiling as she goes off. Cutting back to the middle, Crave Hawkins goes in, takes a shot, big stop, kicked in the corner by Pelche. Nice play to kick this one out of harm's way, and they're still going after it. Pushing for it, deep inside the corner. Once again, McNeely comes in. McNeely just throws this one around the wall all the way back over on the far right side, all the way up the center ice area for New England. They get straight down, cutting and breaking the way back inside. Park goes after this one. This is picked up by Corcoran. Corcoran comes straight out the right side, all the way up to the center part of the ice. Corcoran comes straight down. She pushes her player off of the puck. Heavy check throwing right there below our location. Delayed minor penalty going to be going against New England. That was too obvious to take on that one. DeFusco is going to get control and get the minor penalty once they get possession of the puck. And as they go up, they reach, they get it. Whistle should go. She had it. She dumped it all the way out of her own zone. I don't know why there was no whistle. That would be considered a deflection right there. Not a deflection, but a real possession. They throw it back down across the line. Do we have icing? No, we don't. We don't have icing call. The referee expected icing on that play, but now they pick the puck up. So between the confusion from the initial call and no icing call between the two linesmen, they figured this one back out. So we're going to have a minor penalty, and the young lady that's going to be going to the penalty box is going to be Ashley DeFuco. She just leveled her check against the wall over here. And if you ask her, I think could do a little bit of a lip reading. I think she hit her. She said, "I'm sorry." So that should excuse the penalty. Instead of getting a 2-minute penalty, you should only get a 1-minute penalty. That makes sense to me. But sometimes that doesn't always work the way it plays out. Now they go back the other way. From the draw, they picked it back up inside the corner. They get control of it. Cross ice all the way over on the far side, this time to Park. Park goes in. She throws it back, cuts to the middle, takes a shot. Stop right there. The net is off. The right post is off its position right there. All you have to do is ask me. I saw that move as soon as the young goaltender, Pelche, come out and made the initial first stop. Very, very impressive stop. So the faceoff's going to be over on the far left side this time. Coaching staff having a bit of a discussion with their players below our location. Want to see what's going on and how things have played out so far. From the draw, it's dumped all the way out in the neutralized area, and they're going to chase this one back down inside their own zone. Park is going to go after it. Park picks it back up inside her own zone. She tried to clear it out. Now Park gets it back again. Cleared it, not out. She picks it up, holding on to it. And the Washington Pride hemmed in their own zone for the current time being. 10:30 remaining. Third period of play. Breaking down the left side. Crave Hawkins comes inside. Forced wide to the outside. Albeida goes after it. She levels her against the wall. They're on the minor penalty, killing the minor penalty off. And Albeida stays with it. Crave Hawkins comes inside, trying to walk the way out of the corner, waiting for it. Crave Hawkins couldn't get control of it. Albeida takes it. She clears it, not out. Kept onside by Corcoran at the blue line. Now they get control of it a second time, and Petty comes inside. She goes to the outside, wide wall. Albeida stays with her. Now she goes back behind the net. Petty is wide open, gives it back, cross ice all the way back over the left side to Corcoran. Corcoran trying to set it back up. Now they go back the other way. Cross ice pass, back over to Park. Corcoran's wide open. Shot saved again by Pelche. Now it goes back out to Park. Park takes a shot, tipped wide of the net, and it goes inside the corner, and Crave Hawkins picks this one back up. Back behind the line, waiting for it. 35 seconds in the power play. Still for Washington Pride. They're trying to set this one back up high over top of the net. It'll go on the far side. Kerry Corcoran goes after this one, and she just dumps it back inside their corner this time to Cave Hawkins. She had it. Cave Hawkins gets it back a second time, throws it back into Petty. Petty comes off of the Bowards left side. Going in, taking a high shot. That was stopped by Pelche, and Pelche gets this with her blocker and deflects this one inside the corner. Waiting for it. Never got the good shot away. Picked back up again, and they just rip it all the way down the ice. Nice dump out clearing play right there. And there's about 5 seconds remaining in the power play. Urgency ensues right now. Corcoran goes, takes it behind her own net. Good job forechecking by Tranny. The minor penalty has expired. Team's back, 5 aside. Coaching staff have woken up all the players. They set the alarm clock, and we are back to live action. Good, solid defensive play right there at their own blue line, and Anatoly took her player off of the puck. Now they go back down the far side. Dalby goes in. She dumps this one back. Pelche comes out of her net. Carefully right there playing this one and holding onto it. Not going to get control. Now they dump it all the way back out. Kept on side of the blue line right there by Wildman. Wildman throws it over. Far side. Zip takes a shot. In front. Kicked in the corner by Pelche. Over on the far left side this time. And they get it one more time. McNeely clears it. Out to the blue line. Anatoly goes after her. Now they go back on the far side once again. They're just going to drift this one all the way back inside. And again, Pelche will come out of her net to stop this one very carefully. I would be telling my goaltender to stay in her net right now and not do too much wandering. Puck is knocked out of the air, so we have a quick whistle and a high stick. I have no problem with goaltenders coming out of the net and making the stop and trying to help the defenseman out. But sometimes, just sometimes, you have to be aware of the time in the game and the score of the game to pick and choose your precise time as to when you want to come out of the net to make a stop, help your team out. And other times it would say, nope, I'm just going to stay home because I know where the other team is located and the attacking forwards are far too powerful, which in this case the Washington Pride are, as are equal up to the opportune task for New England. They still have control of it, taking it off of the boards on the far side. Now they're clearing it back out on the far right side this time. Chelsea goes after it. Center drifted in front. Dangerous play right there, and they give it all the way back down. Sistik has it. She couldn't clear it out. Heavy check thrown against the boards, undetected. Now they go over across ice, far side this time. Corbett comes in. This is blocked and picked back up by DeFusco. She comes in off of the wall. Shot stopped, saved by Delea. She held on to this one. Nice stop by Delea to go up. She stood tall even though she was on her knees to prevent that one from going in the top corner. Now it's out to the neutral zone. They throw it back inside. Offside is nullified. Quick line changes for players of both teams right now. Now they go back down, breaking their way in. Grave Hawkins comes in. She tries to split the D, not going to do it that way. Dorf stayed with her and forced her wide to the outside. Good defensive play by Emma Dorf. Out the far side. Now they come all the way up the middle part of the ice and they're breaking the way down. Lorenzo comes inside. Shot kicked out with the right pad this time. Far side corner. Anatelli goes after this one. She's trying to pick it back up. Stop, blocked at the blue line. Heavy shot taken. Poggio takes a shot. This is picked back up off of the backboards and Corcoran goes after this one to try and clear it back out. Poggio pinches back in. Get her off the ice, thank you, sir. Otherwise you're going to have a line change. Back down inside. Penalty coming up. This time it's going against New England again. And that's a good penalty. I don't have a problem with that. It's going to be a tripping penalty. But that would be considered one from my vantage point, and I'm a referee, that would be a good penalty call because you possibly took away a good scoring opportunity. 6:49 remaining at a scoreless game. I have no problem with that if I'm a coach. If I'm a coach, I'm happy. I'll say thank you very much. Not going to take you to McDonald's, but I'll agree with the penalty. So they go back the other way. I think we have a timeout called right now. I'm looking at the referee. I think I'm not really sure. Okay, so now we know. Timeout called by the Washington Pride. Nice when you can give hand signals and instructions from the referee, so I didn't know who got it. Question, who got the penalty? Oh, yeah, they did. Timeout called right now by the Washington Pride as they have control of this one. They were the ones that called the timeout. Interesting when you can look at the referee and just say, all right, what's going on? Who gets the call? And they let you know from the broadcast booth. They point up and let you know. So that's good. Am I in your way, Danny?
No.
Oh, okay. You can treat me like I'm married to you. So we are ready. Game is going to go back on the power play right now. So the Pride are going to have the face-off inside the zone. This is going to be a huge clearing play right now. And New England have to play tough defensively, give the young goaltender, Taylor Pelche, a little more help than what they have in the last couple of minutes. So on the ice right now, they're going to have DeFusco. Dorf will be out there, as well as Willard. And I'll get to the next one first chance I can. Far side, going back in. McNeely is also out there. Now they give it all the way back out. They're pinching back inside, trying to get the shot away. Coming out the front part net. Shot saved, no rebound. The net's off and stopped the whistle. Nice play right there and a good smart dive and play right there again by Taylor Pelche to come out of the net and stop this one and grab it. So they've killed so far 45 seconds off of the power play. So you question yourself, I know they got the penalty, I know they got the power play. If we have a goal scored by New England, you have to wonder whether or not the timeout was used utilally and properly. But indeed it was from the coaching's perspective. They're the ones that coach, not me. Off of the wall, going back to the inside. Petty comes inside, diving play again. And man, oh man, oh man. Pelche is doing more work there than the FBI protecting Donald Trump down in the States right now. She is working extremely hard, and they're doing a remarkable job. I'm impressed with what she's doing out there. Both goaltenders are playing so remarkable. It's tough to say which. You really want to see the game end in a tie just because of the sheer desire and passion that the young ladies are showing and playing on the ice. Back out. Penny throws it back inside, all the way back in. She gets it back this time. Centering, back out in front. Oh, swing and a miss right there. Not going to play for the Seattle Mariners in a play like that. They chase it all the way back down inside their own zone. Park picks it up. Long stretch pass all the way out the center. Crave Hawkins picks it up. The three throws it inside. Now they take it back off of the wall. A long pass. Pelche is really confident of what she can do with that puck when she picks it up and she comes out of the net to wander. Now they throw it back. Coming off of the wall. Crave Hawkins goes out. Stopped again by Pelche. Oh, baby. She is playing remarkable, and she holds on that one. She knows what she's going to do. She's pretty agile. She reminds me when she plays the puck, sort of looking like Mr. Turco or Richard Bird. Not so much Richard Birder when he plays the puck from one line to the other one. But we have control. What's the score? We've got Ridley and Chicago are tied at 1 in the second period right now. A little bit of FYI information for you. They have control of it. Now they pinch it back inside. Pride have control. Corcoran has control. She dumps it back into the goal line. Back to Dalby. Dalby goes back, trying to get it back to Corcoran. Out of her reach. Corcoran's calling for it, unable to give it to her. Now they throw it back inside, off of the back wall, centering it back in front, unable to get control of it. Curry is in there. She couldn't get control. Now they just lob it all the way down the ice. Good minor penalty kill right now as they easily leave this one. Delia comes out of her net and she stops and leaves this one. 25 seconds remaining in the power play for the Pride. See if they can muster up some offense. Careful to stay onside on the far side. Curry was the one that had the stretch to stay onside on that play. Now they go back over on the far left side. Corcoran has control. Corcoran's calling for it. They heard her and they saw it and they gave it to her. Back far side. Dalby comes in, takes a shot. Stopped, kicked out by Pelche again. Pelche is under siege. They have it against the wall. 5 seconds remaining in the minor penalty. Now they give it back all the way out to Corcoran. Corcoran dumps it back inside over on the far left side. 5 aside, out of the corner. Shot, stopped again. Rebound, not going to get control of it. Now they get it back out. Sorry, Mateo, I didn't do that on purpose. Now they go back out. I'm in the way right there. Now we go back down, breaking the way inside. Albeida goes inside. She misplayed it, lost an edge and fell down. She gets back up, careful to get onside, and they come back inside. Preddy goes down, goes wide to the outside, backhand, forehand. Big stop again by Pelche. Markable saves right there by the young goaltenders. Everybody's falling. It's like 10-bin bowling with your grandmother. Far side, they pick this one back up and they go straight up the ice once again. They're coming their way in. McNeely goes in, forehand. Goes to the wide left side of the net. McNeely goes back after this one. Now they give a long stretch pass straight down. Cave Hawkins goes after it over the goal line. Icing is waved off. I think Pelche thought that was going to be icing. She stayed at her net and sort of give the linesman like a what for type of look. Now they go back after a second time. They pick it back up. Centering pass in front. Stop. Stolen right there. Rebound. Shot again. Stolen by Pelche, and she saved the day right there. What a remarkable stop. And she come up. Huge saves. Not once, not twice. It was about 3 times. Very, very impressive. 3:54 remaining. Still a scoreless game. And if you're the coach for the Washington Pride, you have to wonder what you have to do to get through that barrier, to get inside and get a goal on Taylor Pelche. They have played remarkable so far. They have thrown everything at her except the kitchen sink. And that's probably coming on the next line change. Back behind the net, holding on to this one. Albeida goes after this one. She clears it all the way out to center. They're going to pick this one back up again, and they come back down. Corbett goes inside. She throws this one back over to Lorenzo, and they overskate the puck. Now they go back the other way, straight down, break on the way in. Preddy comes in, cuts the net, shot, rebound, going after it. The net moves. They saved everybody's bacon right there, and the net moves off its play. So we'll again have a stoppage of play, and a faceoff is going to be inside the corner. That's again, and the net moved. Everybody comes inside. The referee goes inside. The linesmen go inside, make sure everybody's healthy and safe, so there's no real problems, other than the simple fact that the net happened to move off its moorings pretty easily right there. 3:35 remaining, scoreless game, as we mentioned earlier on. Teams playing absolutely remarkable. Back down. Nice play to get control of this one. Holding on to it. There have it behind the net. Once again, they pick this one back up as McNeely has control for New England. She clears it, not out, stopped, blocked in front, misplayed this one, a swing and a miss by Delby. Now they go back the other way. Bailey Tranny goes all the way back down, right side. She cuts the middle, going inside, takes a shot, backhand, forehand, rolled off her stick. Now she goes all the way over in the far right side corner, and they pick it up again. Backhand looks, goes all the way back to the middle. She's driving around better than the go-kart world. Back down, inside her own zone, trying to set this perfect play up, and they get back onside. Breaking all the way back in. Dorf comes in. Dorf rips it, narrowly missed on the top right side corner of that one. And they come back inside once again. And we have a stoppage to play. I think the net moved, that's why. So an update on that. All the breakout play that we just saw on Bailey Tranny, and she goes inside. Just a little bit of information. Thank you, Stephen Dorf, for the information. She's actually the trainee is what I've been told, and she's committed to RIT. So thank you very much for Stephen Dorf for that information. I appreciate your help and a little bit of extra little bit of advice to help me out, because I did not know that. Now we do. Appreciate the words. Back down, picking this one back up. Shot, save right there. Delia goes after. She stopped this one. Now we go back the other way, and they pick it up a second time. Straight up over the goal line. Back down. Preddy goes inside, goes wide, take deep to the goal line, centering, stop, rebound, going after it, scramble. Do they get it? No, not at all. Peltier was the one that made a huge save. It's kept onside by Park, shot it high over top of net, goes in the far corner this time. Picked back up and kept onside, holding onto it. And it's up and out of play once again. And as it deflects out of play, the net moves substantially. So we'll have another stoppage of play and a face-off once again inside the corner this time. Back over this time, I think it's going to be in the right-hand corner. So they will wait. New, fresh line change coming out. 2:15 remaining in period number 3 in the game. A scoreless draw. From the draw, they take it back behind the line. Nice play to pick this one back up as they hold on to it, clearing it. Not out. This is blocked and stopped, and Curry keeps it onside. Now they go back the other way. Tranny comes back down the far side. She's going off on a line change right now. They go back. Stop. Coming out of the net is Delea. She left it. It's when a heavy check thrown behind the net by Park. Couldn't get control of it. Now it goes out to the blue line. Almeida goes inside. She goes in. Hammers this towards the net. Big save right there. And Delea comes out to the top part of the crease and holding on to this one. And what a remarkable style play game by the players of both teams. Absolutely impressive. Face-off's going to be inside the corner. This time it's going to be to the left side of Delea. Coaching staff sending the players on, coming on the ice. Corbett will come on the ice. Anatelli will come on the ice, and all the way over this time on the far right side will be Lorenzo for New England. I think we have a timeout. We're going to have now a timeout called by New England. Good timing. Give a little players a little bit of a well-deserved rest right there. And we'll see from the draw as to what they're going to draw up for the players from the Washington Pride. So the coaching staff drawing up a little bit of information below us. He's having a good discussion with the players. They're getting a well-deserved rest right now, and that's truly what they need. The key for this one right now is the play of the goaltenders. Play tough defensively inside your own zone. And right now, all I'm going to tell them, if I'm a coach, and I'm not a coach, but if I was, I would just tell them, don't rush it. Get the shot away. Take your shots. If you take a shot, make sure it's not blocked. And they're going to get a breakout play to break down and go in and allow a shot on our goal. Because both goaltenders, I've said it all game, they have absolutely played remarkable. Full credit to both of them. The officiating has done a remarkable job so far. Called the penalties that have absolutely been a necessity. Nothing really warranted right now that required a penalty. 1:48 remaining. So we will see. Will this end in a tie, or will we see one team pull out an impressive victory in the last minute and 48 seconds in this game? So coming in for the draw, McNeely will come in. She puts her stick down. Linesman calls her back in, puts the stick, pushed it straight forward this time. She won the draw, got it away from Crave Hawkins that time. Now they sent 3 in, and it goes out to the center line. It's thrown back inside. They tag up to get onside. Circling, now they go back the other way. Straight down, across the line, breaking in on the right side. Park comes in, forehand, backhand, poke check, throwing it into the corner on the far side. What a nice play to get that one out. Beautiful play by Peltier. She got that wide. Now they go back again. Crave Hawkins comes in. Peltier comes in, offers some assistance again. She can play forward as well. Back down, taking a shot, centering in front. Dangerous play, and it goes out to the blue line. Park keeps it onside. Park throws it back inside the corner. Bit of a pushing match ensues. Now they go back out to the blue line, all the way up to the blue line, and Poggio goes back. She gets control. Misplayed it. They have to go back inside. Careful giveaway right there. And this is picked back up by Tranny, and she goes back inside the corner. Little speedster. She picks up some valuable speed, and she should be called Roadrunner the way she skates from one end to the other. What a great amount of speed. Cross ice pass all the way over on the far side this time. Now they throw it back inside, deep inside the corner. They're all going in after the loose puck right there, pinching back inside. Petty comes inside. She wants to get control. Now it's a scramble, and they're going to pick this one back inside the corner. And there the little lady has it again. Tranny goes out. She throws it straight forward all the way up the ice this time, up to Corbett. Corbett goes down. She breaks inside. Goes deep behind the goal line. She's pushed off of the puck. Heavy check through them, but the two of them just collided. I wouldn't have called a penalty on that play either. Just let them go. They're playing remarkable out here. Down the ice. Bit of a foot race ensues. Diving play. Great solid back checking, and pick this one back up again by DeFusco. She gets all the way out in front of the penalty box area. Back down. We've got a dozen seconds left. They throw it back inside. No, icing is waved off because Peltier come out of her net to stop it. Now they pick it back up, throwing it straight forward, and they go after it. And the buzzer goes to end the game. What a remarkable game. I'm assuming we end in a tie, Danny. We do, and that, I have to say, that is the most impressive game that I have seen from this division for the JWHL. And I give them full credit. What a remarkable game. This was exceptional. If this is what the league is all about, stay tuned, because this league is clearly looking to move themselves and grow their product indeed forward. So far, all the productivity so far in the league for the executive, they are doing a remarkable job to keep this game moving forward, and that is clearly what they want to do. The teams worked hard, fought hard, and of course the points count in the standings moving forward right now. Solid, well-played game from the players of both teams. Special thanks to everyone that joined in our conversation. Mr. Dorf, I appreciate your conversations coming to and letting me know all the way from your neck of the woods, because it's a little bit of a road trip. And, of course, where you are right now, I mean, it's not like you're next door. You're sitting in watching this when you're back east. So 3 hours ahead, it's almost time for bed for you. It's like about almost 11 o'clock, so it's time for watching the late evening news right now. But remarkable game. The young ladies played exceptional hockey out here. Full credit to them. I thought it was a very impressive game. Hope everyone's enjoyed the call of the game. And if you want, visit the website, www.jwhl.org, for more great information. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Wherever your travels take you, slow down, drive with extreme care and caution. Please remember, on behalf of the league, do not drink and drive, and do not text and drive. We want you to be what I call a good sport and not a sporting statistic. Till next time, I'm Steve Erickson. Thanks very much for listening and tuning in and watching tonight's broadcast. If you don't play sport, at least be one. Good night from UBC on Canada's lovely west coast out in Vancouver, British Columbia.